Hey guys, and welcome back for another weekend shave and shaving soap review. And today we're going to shave with and review Shannon Soap's Lavender Lemongrass. And as always, let's start by giving you the scent profile as described by Shannon Soaps. Take a look. And here's a quick look at the ingredients. All right, so we start with packaging, and Shannon's has done a bit of an upgrade on packaging. They now have a nice plastic tub, which I like. The ingredients are very clear on the end. The only thing I'm not sure about is these rivets on this label. I mean, it is different, but I don't know if I like that. But overall, I think this is an upgrade, and I give it an 8. So very nice job on that, Shannon Soaps. On the consistency of this soap, it's soft. On the scent, you do get lavender and lemongrass. This one is mildly scented. It's not super robust. I give it about a 6 maybe on the scent strength, but you can definitely pick it up. On the quality, I give it about an 8. I think it's a nice blend of lavender and lemongrass. Now, it's not going to knock you off your feet with scent strength, but I think it blends rather nicely, at least to my nose it does. All right, so for the rest, we'll wait except for price. The price is, I wrote it down, let's see, $11.99 for 4 ounces, about $2.99 per ounce, which is a good price, under $3 an ounce. I'd give that a 9. I think it's a good price. And I put some in a bowl here because I'm going to send some samples out to some guys, so I didn't want to load the brush on the puck. Just, you know, I think it's a little more courteous not to send samples out from products that's been lathered on with your brush. But that's just me. All right. Using the satin tip today, by the way. And we'll see how this shave goes with Shannon soaps. I have used Shannon's before, and I did like them. I think they're a good quality soap. I don't expect to be disappointed or have any issues with this soap because I did have a good experience the last time. As to the razor, we're going to use the Blackbird Razor from Blackbird Razors, and today I'm going to use the short handle. And again, this is a prototype, so if you see any rough edges or anything, this is not what you'll receive. That Kickstarter is still ongoing, and I'll link it below in the comments if you want to get in on the Blackbird action. It's a beautiful razor, Astra SP blade. And yes, I do have something to shave. I get that comment from time to time because I don't shoot in high def, and people are like, oh, why are you even shaving? All right, wet my face and get the lather and get going. Stand by. All right, so let's see how we do with the Shannon soaps. Again, I've used them before, and I had a nice experience with them, so don't expect any hurdles or problems. Need a little water though. Smells nice. It really just smells natural to me. You know, it really does smell like lemongrass. In fact, I have a lemongrass plant out front. My wife made one of those big pots with lots of flowers in it, and lemongrass is the tall. And this smells like lemongrass with a little lavender. To me, I get more, I think, lemongrass than lavender. Oh, they really blend in, I think, pretty nicely. Just trying to get this spread out a minute. Or spread out a little more thoroughly. I need some water, I think. There we go. Yeah. Very nice. And again, as I always mention, I lather my face the way I like to lather it from shaving. It's not the right nor wrong way, it's just my way. And you should do the same. All right. Blackbird Razor. As I said the other day, listen to that. Hear that? Pretty good feedback. Back to the lather. I lather the way that works for me, and you should do the same. I already said that. I'm repeating myself already. I'm prone to doing that. I used to do in-service training when I was involved in law enforcement and corrections. And as a trainer, you're taught, tell them what you're going to tell them, and then tell them what you told them. So to this day, I tend to do that. Tell them what I'm going to tell them, and then tell them what I told them. So when I repeat myself, it's some of that carrying over. Razor's doing nicely. Again, I think this razor is one that definitely has a sweet spot. There's not a tremendous amount of blade exposure there. So you hit the sweet spot, and you hit the sweet spot and go with it. It works quite well. All right, let's rinse the face and come back to pass 2. Again, soap, no problem at all. And my assessment of the scent is just really natural smell. It's not, definitely not overly sweet or overly artificial smelling, and that's a good thing, in my opinion anyway. Some of you, if you're looking for, you know, something that's extremely spicy on the lavender end, it's not that. It's a nice mixture of the lemongrass. And I got this from Shave Revolution, by the way. And so for the customer service score, it's a 10, although I have ordered from Shannon's before. And they are very nice people and will treat you right as well. So based on my previous experience with them, I'd give them a 10 as well. All right, across the grain for pass 2. Very nice. One thing I would say about this razor that Nick pointed out and that I pointed out, this is not the production version. So this part here is a little sharp and here to the touch, and I'm sure they'll tone that down a bit. But again, when you're using a prototype, you're not looking to evaluate the product on things that you know are going to be corrected. You know, we've already discussed that, so that wouldn't be a concern for me buying the razor. Yeah, it's working nicely. I will say the shave with this is different. It does feel different, and I can't really explain how, but it feels different. It's certainly not on the aggressive end of the spectrum. So if you're looking for super aggressiveness, you won't feel a lot of blade, but I do think it does a good job shaving. All right, let's rinse the face, come back for pass 3. In talking to Shane from Blackland, what he said, and I called him on the phone to talk to him and ask him a little bit about the razor. He built this razor, or designed it, made it for himself in the way that he wanted a razor to be. And so it's not necessarily a razor that every single individual will like and enjoy, but no razor is when you think about it. But anyway, he built this razor to suit himself, and you know, he thinks other people will enjoy it too. And I agree, because I'm enjoying it. It is different though, so when you first start using them, I think you need to understand that it might take a little time to find that sweet spot. Especially if you're newer and you just haven't had time to experiment with a lot of hardware, take your time, find the sweet spot, and no matter which razor it is you buy, give it time. Don't be discouraged immediately. And I'm not talking again about this, but any razor, give it time. Because sometimes razors will grow on you, as was the case with Above the Tie for me. When I first started with Above the Tie, I didn't like it at all, because at the time I preferred milder razors, and it was not. And I kept coming back to it. And I can't tell you how many times I was discouraged with Above the Tie. Only later to find out that I loved it. So just give the razor time, regardless of your level of experience. Sometimes finding that sweet spot can take time. And by time, I don't mean a week. I mean a number of weeks, months even. So unless you have a compelling reason to get rid of a razor, you know, a budget issue or something, keep it around, even if it doesn't hit the mark on the first shave or the first 5, 10 shaves. See how it goes. That's my advice. All right, let's get the stash. All right, so we'll pause it and then we will come back with the post. Stand by. All right, so we're back with the post, and of course, you know what I'm using. Thayer's Cucumber Witch Hazel with aloe. And I usually say something, but people have asked me not to do it, or at least one person. Magic made my wishes. So I'm not going to say it. Magic made my wishes. Witches. Hard to say while you're coughing. Anyway, this is great stuff. And I use it every day. And will always use it. As long as I'm able to. Because it really helps me. Alright, while this sets in for a moment, let's talk about the razor. Blackbird Razors by Blackbird Razors. I think it's a beautiful design. Works very well for me. I will say it feels different because of the blade and the way it's designed. So if you get it, give it time. That's not to discourage you in any way because, like I said, it worked very well for me. But give it time if it doesn't feel right at first, because you do need to find that sweet spot. So when you find it, it'll work well. It's designed, I think, excellently, and it looks really nice. Shannon soaps. I've had water sitting on this, by the way. So yes, the label is waterproof. Good job. Now this, I liked it a lot. On quality, I couldn't find a thing wrong with this. I'd give it a 9 in terms of performance. Slickness, cushion glide was there. Really provided for a nice shave. Face feels nice, so 9 on performance. I recommend it for people who are looking for a milder, scented soap that doesn't have that spice that some people associate with lavender. It's definitely not a spicy lavender. It's a mellow lavender and lemongrass. So this is a mellow soap, and if you're looking for that, this would be good. It could be one that you could relax with and not look for a scent that punches you in the face. So good stuff with the Shannons. And for the aftershave, we're going to use the wonderful fine lavender, which you can't get right now, but hopefully it will come back because this is great. If I can get the cap off. I really like this. It is wonderful, and many people want it, but it's not available. But hopefully it will come back. And I have to thank Jaime Cobos was actually the one who told me where this was, because they were already sold out from Fine and almost everywhere, but there was one little place that had them that was obscure. So thanks, Jaime, for that, because I have really enjoyed this. All right. Last but not least, the satin tip, great budget brush. I like it a lot. So thanks guys for joining me as always. Glasses are fogging up. Get outside today and get some of that sun. Thank you.